This is OCR News Weekly. This week, Spartan Race gets new sponsors, Tough Mudder CW Series airs, Warrior Dash kicks off the season, Tough Mudder heads back to New Zealand, Terrain Race announces 24-hour team relay obstacle race, American Ninja Warrior and Spartan Ultimate Team Challenge casting calls, and we wrap up with last week's race results. It's Thursday, February 9th, 2017. I'm Margaret Schlachter, and this is OCR News Weekly, brought to you by Mudrun Guide. We begin this week with news from Spartan Race. 3 new sponsors were announced this week for the global obstacle racing company. The new sponsorships are all for the U.S. races. The first new sponsor announced is Refreshin' Q, an all-natural vitamin and supplement company, have announced an integrated partnership for the 2017 U.S. Spartan Race season. At each of the 15 partner Spartan races, the Refreshin' Q team will, according to the press release, be handing out free samples of both the supplement patches and packs. Find the team to participate in additional challenges and take the Never Quit pledge. The second new sponsorship is with Fitway for the upcoming Arizona Spartan Race. Fitway and Spartan Race kick off their partnership, according to their press release, at the upcoming Sprint and Super event at Fort McDowell Rodeo Grounds in Arizona, scheduled for February 25th and 26th, 2017. According to the agreement, Fitway becomes the, quote, official RTD protein beverage, unquote, of the event. And finally, the last sponsorship that was announced this week with Spartan Race is probably the largest one. Yokohama Tire Corporation, a leading global tire manufacturer, has teamed up with Spartan Race to highlight its Geo Landar line of light truck tires. Yokohama signed a multi-year sponsorship agreement and is now the, quote, official tire of the U.S. Spartan Race, unquote, an exclusive branding designation at select obstacle course races across the U.S. in 2017, including the 5 Spartan Race U.S. Championship Series events that will air on NBC Sports and the 2017 Reebok World Championships on NBC. So it's been a good week this week for Spartan Race in terms of new sponsorships. It's always great to see the industry continuing to grow. Our next story comes from Tough Mudder. This past week, Tough Mudder began sharing previews of the new online television series on CW Seed. Each episode of this new digital series highlights everyday heroes who make Tough Mudder what it is. The digital shorts on CW Seed lead up to the hour-long special airing on CW Network on February 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The show, according to Tough Mudder, will reveal the struggles, triumphs, and successes of those true mudders. The 5 shorts began airing on CW Seed on February 2nd with the first 2 episodes. The 3rd episode aired February 6th, with the 4th episode airing today on CWSeed.com. This series is just one more step for Tough Mudder and their partnership with CBS and CW. Set your DVR for February 14th, 2017 at 8 p.m. on the CW network to watch the full special air. Our next story also comes from Tough Mudder. Tough Mudder is headed back to New Zealand after a 3-year hiatus in the country. According to the press release, New Zealanders will be getting muddy again this November after Australian-based business Sports Media and Entertainment 360 signed an exclusive license agreement to manage Tough Mudder, ensuring its return to Hampton Downs Motorsport Park. After the 3-year hiatus of the event in New Zealand, the expanding business has agreed to a multi-year deal that will see the global event run again. According to the press release, CEO of Sports Media Entertainment 360, Martin Hawley, has said the announcement of the deal coincides nicely with the launch of the event. He said, quote, We have a great team delivering some great products, and Tough Mudder is an exceptional global brand that we are excited and now have as a part of the SME 360 family. He said, founder and CEO of Tough Mudder, Will Dean, has also expressed his delight in expanding the footprint of Tough Mudder. Will Dean said, quote, "We are thrilled to be returning Tough Mudder to New Zealand, as we know the support has been and will continue to be strong in this part of the world." So New Zealanders and Australians alike can be delighted that Tough Mudder is headed back to your area of the world, with Tough Mudder heading back to New Zealand. Our next story comes from Terrain Racing. Terrain Racing announced just yesterday that they will be expanding their offerings to include a 24-hour obstacle course race in a team relay format. This appears to be the first team relay format in North America for a 24-hour format like this. Similar in many ways to the Ragnar Relay, their trail series. The race will consist of 4 teammates, 3 different courses, 1 campsite, and 24 hours of obstacle racing. Visit terrainrelay.com for more information about the new race from Terrain Racing. Warrior Dash kicks off their season this weekend in Claremont, Florida. Warrior Dash is one of the original OCR race series in North America. The 5K obstacle race kicks off with new obstacles for 2017, which should be making their debut this weekend in Florida. The series continues to be one of the best introductions to obstacle racing, with registrations starting at age 10, which offer a one-stop event for almost everyone in your family. For complete listings of all the Warrior Dash races in 2017, check out Mud Run Guide's race listings. Moving over to American Ninja Warrior, as reported in SB Nation, American Ninja Warrior Nation, several high-profile athletes have gotten the invite for Season 9 of the popular competition series. Athletes include Flip Rodriguez, Grant McCarthy, Josh Levin, Rose Wetzel, Tiana Weberly, Arnold Hernandez, Steven Siver, the Ninja Poet, Ben Malik, Chess Ninja Scott Wilson, and Natalie Duran, to name a few. American Ninja Warrior All-Stars airs later this month, which features some of the top ninja athletes, including Jesse Graff, and a 20-foot warped wall that was just released yesterday on social media. Spartan Ultimate Team Challenge is returning for Season 2, as athletes are getting their final applications in for the second season of the popular NBC competition show. Others are starting to get callbacks from casting agents. While the teams have yet to be released, and we'll probably have to wait until the filming is done and the show is about to come out, but we can guess that many of the sport's most popular athletes and teams from last season have submitted applications, which should make for a fun second season to watch. We turn now to the race results from around the globe. With the OCR season slowly kicking back into gear, a few races took place around the world this past weekend. We start this week in the United States. Shale Hill hosted the annual Polar Bear Obstacle Challenge. The 8-hour obstacle race offered athletes a chance to complete as many laps as possible on the challenging 10K course, with over 50 obstacles per lap in Benson, Vermont. Coming in first over the weekend, completing over 4 laps on the course, is Vincent LaRochelle, part of Team Shale Hill from Quebec. In second place was Travis Ronson, finishing also part of Team Shale Hill, finishing 3 laps. Right behind him was his twin brother, Jared Rawson, also of Team Shale Hill. Both currently reside in Brandon, Vermont. Both completed 3 laps. Moving on to the women's side, Marcia Coelho from One Army in Ontario, from Toronto, she finished 3 laps to take the win in the women's race. She was followed by Danielle Reiser, coming in second place, finishing 2 laps, and then right behind her was Kristen Mann from New England Spartans, finishing 3 laps. Moving over to Canada now, Polar Hero held their winter stadium race this past weekend in Ottawa, Canada. The top finishers from that race were in the men's elite wave. Quentin Gill took the win, followed by Benjamin Cote, and in third place was Raphael Duchesne. On the elite women's side, Gabby Ann Desay took first, Jessica Coulter took second, and in third was Frederic Legaray. And then in the unlimited race, the winner was Maxine Colvey, and for men, Alex Devine. Those are your race results for this past week in the OCR world. Those are your headlines this week from around the obstacle racing world. If you liked what you heard, subscribe to the show today and never miss any of the news. This is Margaret Schlachter signing off for the week. OCR News Weekly is a production of Mud Run Guide, your online resource for all obstacle racing, mud run, ninja, and extreme events.